We have breaking news. Let's get right to it.
Past 24 hours, we've seen 34 new cases of COVID-19 here in Utah.
Following breaking news out of Utah, a magnitude 5.7 earthquake hitting just after 7 a.m. local time, about 10 miles west of Salt Lake City.
We need 100 to 150,000 tests a day.
Isolation 20 podcast listeners, it's Dre Rocka. Look, last time I told y'all it was episode 52. I was lying. Today is episode 52. And I am so happy to be with you right now. It's a beautiful, today's a Monday, October 10th, but you're getting this on Thursday, whatever date that is. I think it's the 13th, October 13th. Today I am drinking on a nice Douce with a, I know I'm being mad disrespectful right now to the Douce. I know this, but I really don't care right now. I don't. I'm drinking Douce with some Pepsi sugar free. Pepsi Zero. Just because it's that type of day, you know what I mean? It feels good. I'm feeling great. I got my Hawaiian shirt on. YouTube gang, shout out. If you're not a part of the YouTube fam, make sure you go on and join the community. You know what I mean? I don't know why I stumbled on my words there, but I just appreciate you hitting play. I appreciate your time. That's something that we don't get back, so I greatly appreciate it. If you're just now joining the podcast and you're like, well, what is this podcast? You know, sometimes I forget that, yes, we have reoccurring, community listeners, but we also have brand new people that haven't listened to this podcast that has no idea who I am. Maybe their friends send it to them, or maybe they've seen a hashtag and they're like, yo, I'm gonna give this guy a chance. Thank you. My name is Dre Rocka. I'm a podcaster, obviously, a YouTube content creator, creator in general. Been doing this thing for a very long time, and the Isolation 20 podcast is a way for me and you to just talk, me and you to just hang out, right? We talk about life, a little bit of what's going on in my life. We talk about entertainment, right? We talk about maybe even a little bit of sports. I mean, we all seen what happened to Poole and my man Draymond Green. I know it's been a few days, right? It's been about a week now, and I haven't given my take on it, so we'll jump into that. But I just really wanted to just take a second, tell you thank you. I appreciate you. Click and play, and I got an announcement. Yes, right off the bat. We're not even 5 minutes into this thing. I got an announcement for you. Are you ready for this? Bob Barker is alive. I had no idea my man was still alive. Like, for some reason, I thought Bobby Bob was done. But no, Bob is going to be 99 years old on December 12th is his birthday. So he's going to be almost 100 years old. Now, this might be a little bit morbid. This might be a little bit nasty, maybe muddy territory right now. But will my man beat out Betty White? I thought Bob Barker was already gone. I thought he was not here no more. And no disrespect to his family or anything. It's just we haven't heard from Bob. We haven't heard from Bob. We haven't heard from his estate. We haven't even heard from Drew Carey. Where's Drew Carey at? Is he okay? Is he still doing the Price is Right? I guess me not knowing that means I still have a day job, means I'm still actively working, right? Because typically the only time you ever watch the Price is Right or People's Court or anything like that is when you're sick at home, right? You faked it. I know I faked it before a few times. Dad, I'm not feeling too good. What's wrong, son? I'm not feeling too good. I don't know. I feel lazily. I don't know. All right, son. Go ahead. Go back to your room. You know what I mean? I'll be in there in a little bit. I'll put Vicks on your feet. Vicks on your chest. Has anybody confirmed? Does the Vicks on your feet and the Vicks on the chest for sure, but Vicks on your feet, has it been proven? Does that even do anything? I don't know. But that's the only time you really watch Price is Right, when you're sick in bed. You know what I mean? You feel like you're doing something wrong. Sometimes you fake it, like I do usually. There was only a couple times I was actually really sick. And if I'm really sick, I watch maybe the first half of Price is Right, and then I doze off, and then I wake up and then Ellen's on. All of a sudden, I was knocked out for 6 hours. What happened? What happened? That NyQuil did all of that to me? Yeah. But my man's alive. There was a recent interview that his current wife of 36 years did. No. his current wife of 36 years did, and you know, she was asked, hey, how's Bob doing? And her name's Nancy. She said that Bob, he's doing good. He's doing well. He's happy. He's engaged. He's just doing remarkable things at his age of almost 99 years old. It's pretty incredible, man. I hope that Bob, I just hope that he's living his best life. We haven't seen no cancel Bob docs come out or anything like that. So I'm assuming Bob's still on a good dude. I'm assuming that we still good to rock with Bob. And I really hope we are. Because all my man wanted to do was, he just wanted you to spay and neuter your kids. I mean, your dogs, right? Your animals. That was his whole message at the end, right? Take care of each other. And don't forget, spay and neuter your animals. Or something like that. We let Bob down because there's a bunch of cats in my neighborhood. We were the generation that let Bob down. I don't know if like stray cats and stray dogs was a big thing when my dad was a kid, but growing up there was always stray cats, stray dogs in our neighborhood roaming the alleys of Northeast Side Portland, rolling the project, Columbia Villa. You already know what's up. It was crazy. It was a crazy time, and now that I look back at it, hindsight, we let Bob down. And this Douce and Pepsi Zero tastes delicious, by the way. If you were wondering, it tastes delicious. Thank you for my brother Fonzie. He gave me the bottle of Douce. He just got back from Vegas. Something that went down over the weekend. I say it went down like it was a big, huge event. I had the weekend off, so that kind of is. I'm usually working all the time, whether if it's DJing or recording a client. You know, you know all the stuff that I do. And if you don't, YouTube gang, what's up? You should go subscribe. But I had the weekend off, and so it's October. It's a lot of family events. You know what I mean? It's the pumpkin patches. It's the corn mazes. It's the making snickerdoodles. Remember I was talking about the snickerdoodles? Yeah, we're making the graveyard snickerdoodles. Yeah, doing all that. We didn't make that. But we went to the Wilkerson Farm. The wifey seen this place on a social media called the Wilkerson Farm. It's located in Utah County. And when she sent me the little photos and stuff, it looked super dope. Like it looked like it was perfect for my 9-year-old, but also perfect for my almost 2-year-old. You know what I mean? Perfect balance between the two. The exact address is 710 West, 2000 South in Orem, Utah. WilkersonFarm.com if you want to check them out. But this local farm, it's not always a corn maze every year or every day, right? They literally harvest. So you go on this little corn maze and whatnot, and as you're going through, and we'll talk a little bit more about this corn maze here in a minute, but as you're going through, the conductor, right, the chick that's guiding us through this corn maze, she's telling us about the farm and whatnot, when it was established, what they do and whatnot, and she hit me with a crazy fact. She was like, okay, if you look to your right, that's where our potatoes were, and now you can see that's where the extra parking is. We harvest last week. She was like, this parking lot, it wasn't a parking lot. That was all potatoes and just different fruit or vegetables and whatnot. I was like, damn, like I'm a concrete jungle city boy. I have no idea about any of this. So it blew, and maybe a week is a long time. Maybe that's not too far-fetched or whatever. But to me, I'm like, damn, last week this was all agriculture? Like this was all vegetables? And she's like, yeah. We made it, you know, the parking lot because we needed extra parking. And they do. They have people parking on the street. They need more parking because this thing is just growing. But it was just remarkable to see that they literally grew all this vegetable. They donated it to a local food bank, and then they pat it all down. They root it up and everything like that. They get it all. And by the way, dusty parking, but it was better than mud. It was better than like some of the other fairs that I've been to. So they did a really good job on it. And I was really surprised. But when wifey said, yo, do you want to do this pumpkin patch / corn maze in Utah County? I was like, hell no. Nah. Utah County, fuck that. No, I'm just playing. I didn't say that. But I was like, yeah, let's do it. We always do. We do at least one corn maze a year. We usually go to like the little, you know what I mean, pumpkin patch type of thing. And this was our first time going to this one in Utah County. When we go in, it's like separated, right? They have like this fall. They call it the fall fair, and I don't know if the fall fair was only that weekend or if it's gonna be a continuous thing. But you walk in, and they have porta potties. They have a bunch of seating, right? Picnic benches, and then they have vendors. Most of them are food, right? Matter of fact, all of them were food except one. One was face painting, which, by the way, made a killing because they were charging like $12 to $20 for face paintings. Definitely worth it though. I mean, the paintings that this chick was doing was crazy. I seen this kid had lacerations on his face. I was like, damn, this kid got fucked up. Oh no, it's just paint. But it was dope, man. They had the world's best corn dogs. I mean, marketing on that was kind of wild because it definitely was not the world's greatest. My air fryer does wonders, so I just wanted to throw that out there that they weren't the greatest, but they were good. And you know what's funny? I go to the I'm making sure the family's good. My pops, he came. Shout out to my pops. We go to the food vendors, and I'm asking the family, yo, what do you want? What's everybody want? You don't have to go all to the same place. I mean, you can go get your corn dog. You can go get your nachos. You can go get your fries. You can get your burger. Whatever you guys want. You know what I mean? And so the family just collectively was like, we just want a burger. I was like, all right, cool. Y'all basic. All right, cool. Got you. And so we ordered the burgers and whatnot, and your boy went kind of crazy. Your boy got the chili cheese fries. I'm celebrating, right? We talked about this last week. We need to celebrate during this weight loss too. And what's the celebration? It's time with my family, right? My wife, my 3 kids. We got grandpa, you know what I mean, my pops. This is a time to be celebrated. This is a time that sometimes we take advantage of, right? Or we don't take advantage of. We take we should, you know what I mean? Because there are times where this might not happen. I mean, God forbid something dark happens in my family. You know what I mean? Whether if it's my family splitting apart, you know what I mean, they leave this earth, whatever the case is, this is that type of moment where we need to celebrate this. And so my family, they get the hamburgers, I get the chili cheese fries, but you know me, I was like, yo, I want that corn dog. Like, what's so special? It says the world's greatest corn dog on the side of the truck. Your boy's excited. I'm making that sound too as I'm walking up. Yeah, I'm excited. So I get up there, and I mean, of course, all the vendors are kids. They're all like their parents probably bought the vending little trucks, and like, all right, well, you're gonna work it. Everybody that's working the farm is a kid. I mean, and when I say a kid, they're like 16 to maybe 23, maybe young. And so the chick's like, hey, how you doing? How can I help you? I'm like, oh yeah, no, I just want corn dog. And she's like, okay, you want regular? You want a foot long? I was like, yo, what, come again? Oh, you want regular? You want foot long? I was like, she said foot long. Yo, you know me, daddy didn't raise no bitch. Give me that foot long. Yeah. So she's like, all right, it'll be 5 minutes. Damn, 5 minutes? Gotta wait 5 minutes for this damn corn dog. Now realizing that nothing there is frozen, right? Maybe the beef patties at the hamburger joint, maybe they're frozen, but the hot dogs, nah, they get the foot-long wieners from Costco. They stick that stick in there, and they dip that thing like corn dog in a stick. Or what's that hot dog on a stick at the mall where they made them wear that stupid-ass hat? Yeah, they do that right there live. Boom, they dip it in you hear it. You hear the grease popping. She did it live on the spot. It was incredible. It was like seeing a DJ juggle, right? It sees DJ scratch. You know what I mean? There's some DJs that just push play and just kind of do that thing, right? But there's a DJ that's like, right? She was hitting me with the, it was crazy. I'm hearing the grease pop. Your boy's getting excited. But that 5 minutes is feeling like 10 minutes. So your boy dug into the chili cheese fries while I was waiting. Now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? I finished my chili cheese fries while I was in line for the corn dog, but I want my chili cheese fries to eat with my corn dog. Do I go back into chili cheese line and get chili cheese fries again? Or I just chalk it up and just have the corn dog by itself? Unpopular belief. I just went back and sat down with the fam. Just had my little mustard packets, ketchup packets, got stung by a couple bees along the way. It's all good. If you've never been to a fair in Utah, be prepared to be stung by some bees because there's bees everywhere, especially at the food part because for some reason, bees love the food. I don't know if it's they smell the sugar or whatnot, the sweetness in the air. I have no idea why, but they do. So get my food, and of course, my son Amari, man, that kid's a monster. I've always talked about how, and that's my middle child, right? That's my 4-year-old. That kid's so much like me. He's off the wall. He don't know what this dude's gonna do next. He's running and jumping and just walking with different, like this dude blends in with other families. Like he'll just run and he'll just start walking with other families. You know what I mean? Grabbing Shorty's hand, acting like she's the mom. You know what I mean? The dad's bending over to change the baby. He's running over to pat dad on the back. I'm like, damn, man, like, it's like the family chameleon. Like, what are you doing? Like, you can't just transpire. I don't even know if that's a word. You can't just like, just go into different families and act like you're a part of their family, son. Like, you came from me. Like, you know what I mean? Me and your mom created you. If you ever watch this, you did that. Made us feel bad. Made me want to give you to the Robinsons. No, I'm just playing. I kid, all right? I would never give you away unless the price is right. Shout out to Bob Barker. That's what we call callback, people. Just playing. Yeah, so the rides were cool. The ride, there was a couple rides that was shut down because little kids threw up and whatnot, little badass kids. But Utah County, definitely a different country. It feels like a different world. And you might be like, Dre, you're too much. You're putting too much. Nah, for real. You go to Utah County. You go out there. It's weird. Like I went to the gas station. It was weird, man. It was like I don't want to say hills have eyes, but it was almost like, yo, I guarantee the dude that took my money, I guarantee you his name was Jebediah. I guarantee you. How much was the gas? It was 14, 20. I don't even know where these accents come from. I mean, it was like 14, 24. All right, what's your name? Jebediah? What? Jebediah. All right, Jebediah, here you go. All right, Jebediah. But yeah, man, if you ever want to go to a nice pumpkin patch out in Utah County, Wilkerson Farm, it was dope, man. They were very welcoming. The people working the corn maze, working the actual farm, really nice people. Didn't have no issues, didn't see no issues. Yeah, really fun time. So Monday through Thursday, general admission is $12.95 per person. Friday and Saturday, $14.95. And ages 0, obviously 0 is kind of a weird number. Like, yo, like 0, is that like, yo, you're still like she's with child? So if a woman's with child, does she count as 0, or do you count her as her actual age? I feel like if a woman's pregnant, she should be able to get in free. That should count as 0, right? But anyway, 0 to 4, always free. You can get more information at wilkersonfarm.com. Tell them that I sent you. They won't know who I am, but you know what I mean? It's just cool to be like, yo, homeboy sent me, and they might be like, they might play along. They're like, oh yeah, he was awesome. They were great people. Sometimes I do that. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be like, if I go to like a new eatery, I'm like, oh yeah, no, my man Jackson, he suggested that this place was good. Said you guys have really good garlic fries. Oh yeah, we love Jackson. I hear like that. It works. Because then you create that bond, and they're like, oh, this dude has heard about us. We got to perform. We got to give them something. You got to give them a good experience, right? They don't want to mess up their name. Another good one right here. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should hold off on the secret. No, I'm going to give you the secret. So anytime you end a conversation, right, with somebody newer, right? Maybe it might be a friend or somebody that you both know each other, but you don't really talk too crazy, right? At the end of your conversation, just hit them with this. Hey, yo, man, it's really nice meeting you, man. Hey, the things that they say about you, that ain't true, man. You a cool dude. And then just leave. And now they're going to be like, well, what are they saying about me? What happened? Who's talking? And if they have anxiety, if they're really paranoid about what people think about them, they're going to be like, whoa, what's going on? And they're going to try to talk. Dre, no, hey, what'd you mean by, hey, man, I got to go. No, what'd you mean by that? Just leave them hanging. Have their minds racing about what you were talking about. Do that to them. I think a perfect person to do that to would be Kanye. I think Kanye would freak out if I was like, yo, Kanye might actually know what people are saying about him. But at the same time, I'll be like, hey, yo, Kanye, hey, the things that the black community say about you, man, those things ain't true. I don't know, man. He might freak out. He might try to punch me. I don't know. Did you guys see the latest vlog? Yeah, my man Kanye West is out here vlogging now. I was randomly on YouTube and I got a notification that Kanye West had posted something on his YouTube channel. I was like, what the hell? Okay, so what? I know he's been getting crazy, right? He's been White Lives Matter t-shirts, you know what I mean, doing crazy things out there in Paris. We see this. We seen the little, what was it? Not Tucker Carlson. Was it Tucker Carlson or Don Lemon? One of those guys he had an interview with. I didn't watch it. I just seen the little highlight, the little clips. So I'm like, damn, is he preparing for like a drop of something? I mean, new music. What's going on? And so when I seen the notification, I was like, no, Ye's about to drop something. Ye is dropping something right now. All systems are go. And then I seen 30 minutes. And the little title of it said last week. Now, I was very confused about that, right? What does that mean? So I click play, and all of a sudden, it's like I'm in a GTA game. Like, my man's, like, you can't tell if it's Kanye West doing this or what. This looks like a real-life GTA animation type of thing. Anyway, so this goes on for about 3, 4, 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden we get these like behind the scenes, like spy footage of Kanye West in these meetings with, I think, Adidas, and with these other like building people, like he's trying to build a headquarters for Yeezy. Really confusing. I didn't really have time to like sit there and dissect it. I just kind of played it and kind of paid attention here and there. And there was some bugged out things that were said in these conversations, right? Them accusing Adidas of stealing Ye's ideas. And yes, there are some articles of footwear and of clothing that mimic Yeezy, but we've seen that with Jordan. There's always the Team Jordan brand, right? We see the ones, but then we also see like these team type of Nike sneakers that get rolled out that aren't too much cheaper than the actual Jordan, by the way. But we see this with brands all the time. So I didn't think nothing of it. I was really confused when I hear people in this like crazy vlog spy footage where they're like praising Kanye, where they're like, man, this dude's a genius kind of thing. And I'm like, this dude has a lot of yes men around him. Even when he's cooking people, even when he's like talking crazy, like there's a dude, he's telling these people, yo, I need you here in 30 minutes. That's why I'm calling you. I'm directly calling you because you need to be here in 30 minutes. Now, I don't know what that person's position is or what at what point do you be like, yo, son, like I'm changing my son's diaper. You know what I mean? Or like, yo, I'm literally not feeling good right now. I can't come right now. I will get there as soon as I can, but 30 minutes is crazy. And I'm assuming they were in LA too, or maybe they were regardless, they were in some type of big city. They had to have been, because he ain't having those type of conversations over there in Wyoming, in that little property area that he all that land. Why haven't we heard about that? Kanye, why are you building all this stuff everywhere else? Weren't you supposed to make a compound over there in Wyoming with all those anchors, huh? Wasn't that supposed to be a thing? So I was very confused on that whole like what are you showing? You're showing that you had a business conversation with execs at Adidas. You were showing them porn, like on some weird stuff. Why? Business is gonna be messy. I'm not taking any type of side. Like, business is messy. There's good business, there's bad business, and there's like legal documented business where people are going to be like, okay, here's a loophole. Let's jump through it. All right, Kanye, yes, you're going to design for us, but at the same time, we hold the right to mimic those designs and make them our own. It's not really stealing, my G. It's business. That's why I don't do business. That's why I'm not that guy. Even though I do run a business, man. It sucks. It sucks. Business and creativity suck. I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't want to. It sucks because there's always going to be handcuffs on you when you mix business and creativity. But creators won't get the full benefit unless there's some type of exec or owner in that business. I said owner. That's the I guess the silver lining that's not so silver is that, and I don't know creatives that have been able to be successful and not have bad things in business happen. You might say a creative like a Logan Paul and these guys, I don't know if that's the same level. I don't know if that's the same type of thing. All I know is that the examples that I've seen as far as like expressing creativity and mixing business with that, it gets muddy so quick. And that's when we see these creatives go crazy, or they have an outburst, or they just leave altogether and the creative goes back into their shell. It sucks, but that's what happens. You know what I mean? I hate it. I hate it so much. But Kanye West, I think it's still up, by the way. The little vlog, the Kanye West vlog, it was released, let's see. It was released today, this morning. So I'll say it was released maybe 12 hours ago, maybe 15 hours ago. Again, it's October 10th. It has 381,323 views. Not as much as I thought it would, to be honest with you. Because it's Kanye West footage. But it sounds like this is going to be a reoccurring thing. It sounds like he's going to keep on releasing these behind the scenes type of things. And I don't know, man. I don't know what it does for him. There's a point in this little documentary, whatever, last week, whatever. I'm assuming that this is what happened last week. When he goes to his daughter's basketball, right, game. And it gets awkward with like him and Kim. Like, there's some awkwardness, obviously, right? They're divorced parents. It sucks, man. It sucks to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that type of hurt, because you could tell like my man's hurt. There's a point where the kids run back to the mom. Like, you could tell that they really rock with the mom more than they do him. And that's heartbreaking, because he's just he's walking alone and he's texting. You can see the hurt. And I don't know, some people be like, well, Dre, that dude's a billionaire. Why you having sympathy for that guy? Because at the end of the day, that dude's still a father. That dude's a father. I'm a father. I can relate to that. I say it all the time. That's one of my greatest fears, is not being able to have my family whole. You know what I mean? And that's something in this whole little vlog or whatever he's doing that stood out to me. And that was telling. That was heartbreaking, that this dude's hurting. You know what I mean? He's hurt, and I don't know if releasing this footage, he wants people to see that he's hurting, and I don't know. I just hope that Kanye West gets better. I think that we've been saying that for the longest time, and he's a celebrity, right? So he doesn't know me. I don't know him. To be honest with you, I really don't care. And that's hard for me to say. I should say it's hard for me to say. It's the reality. If something bad was to happen to me, he wouldn't care. He doesn't know me. If something happened to him, obviously I would feel for what the memories he gave me, right? As a young kid in middle school, when I had my alarm for the longest time was "Good morning," right? Do you realize that you are a champion? That was my hype song. Yes, I did. Right? Through the wire, through the living, through. These are soundtracks to my life. You know what I mean? So when I say that I will feel something, I'll feel the emotion that his music and that his creativity gave me. So, man, I just hope that dude, I hope he gets better. That's all I can say. Something to look forward to, though. Jermaine Dupri, he confirmed that SoSo Def and Bad Boys will have a Verzuz. Now, on paper, just right off the bat, I was like, Bad Boy? Like, come on. Locks? Whoa. Like, SoSo Def, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Huh? What you going to do when the Locks hit the stage? We seen what they did to Dipset. What you going to do? But then I was like, yo, because for me, it's like SoSo Def. Okay, right off bat, it was Crisscross, Escape, Bow Wow, obviously, the Brat, Jermaine Dupri himself, right? But then I was like, yo, who am I missing? I know I'm missing some people on SoSo Def. By the way, SoSo Def, Escape, went platinum. One of their albums, their 93 album, Hummin' Coming At Ya, platinum. The Brat, Functified, platinum. Escape, Off the Hook, platinum. The Brat, she went gold with her second album. Crisscross, Young, Rich, and Dangerous went gold. They have hits, right? I don't know if anything gets Crisscross jump out of here. I don't know. Jagged Edge. You know what I mean? Let's see who else we had on here. Of course, Beware of Dog. That whole album, it's gonna be dangerous. I don't know who we'll jump over to the Bad Boy side here in a moment. The Young Bloods. They had a couple big records, right? During the whole Snap era. Bone Crusher. I ain't never scared. Bone Crusher come out. I ain't never scared. Come on, man. They used to call me Baby Bone Crusher because of my hair. Little fat little boy. Anthony Hamilton. He has some bangers. Jaquan. If Jermaine Dupri wrangles up Jaquan and he comes out to Hood Hop, come on, son. Woo, it's gonna be dope. 3LW? What? Them Franchise Boys. Wasn't that Lean With It, Rock With It? The whole Snap era. Who else we had? I mean, just bangers, man. He had a lot of dope artists. Obviously, SoSo Def, they managed I believe they managed a part of TLC at the time. So I mean, they could use that. What, I seen that they had Houdini too at one point. What? Are you crazy? Ghost Town DJs? Come on, are you crazy? DJ Felly Fell? What? Come on, man. All right, SoSo Def. You see what they were working with? Now let me name off some Bad Boy artists. Notorious B.I.G., of course, gone too soon. Craig Mack, rest in peace. Faith Evans, 112, Mace, The Lox, Black Rob, come on, Shine, Dream. Did we say Loom? Like, I feel like right before he went to prison, he had some bangers. I ain't gonna lie. The Band, Bad Boy this, Bad Boy that, Bad Boy beat you down with a baseball bat. That'd be fun. 8-Ball MGG. Let's see. What New Edition was on Bad Boy for a minute? Red Cafe had a season. Of course, Young Jock had a season. Dirty Money, Gorilla Zoe, Daddy the Kane, King Lowe's, Day 26. Elephant Man had a season too. You know what's funny too is that I think Bow Wow had a season with Bad Boy too. I don't know if they were just like managing him or whatnot, but I think I recall Bad Boy and Bow Wow was a thing. I think it was right before the Birdman deal. I believe. I could be wrong. But just to see and to hear that there might be, or that there's going to be, a SoSo Def versus with Bad Boy, I'm here for it because, of course, Diddy's going to bring the show, right? Love, is that what they call him now, right? He'll always be Diddy or Puffy to me. But Sean Combs, he is definitely going to bring a show. It'll be interesting to see who he can bring out because he's not on good terms with a lot of his artists. Yeah, I mean, I heard on the Breakfast Club, he's talked to the Lox, so I'm assuming there's some mutual respect with the Lox. The Lox has obviously respect for Timberland and Swizz, so we might see the Lox. I doubt we see MGK, which I don't think Diddy will need to pull his MGK card. Maybe the world isn't here to be like, yo, I hope Diddy brings out MGK. He has to bring out MGK. This is the one that's gonna knock out Bow Wow. Not happening. Pretty funny though to think about that happening, but nah, not gonna happen.
Are you sick of podcasts that just interview people with the same questions and gossiping nonsense?
Are you tired of hearing about what's wrong with the world? Can you locate your nearest orphanage?
Who cooked the Last Supper?
R.I.P. Mr. Potato Head.
Seppuku Harakiri.
Where is Mavis Beacon?
This is Hos.
And this is host Beefy.
Listen to the Beans and Rice podcast.
Exclusively in Braille and all streaming platforms.
Patent pending.
What?
What? What is that noise? Yep, you know what the deal is. 385-240-4666 is the number. Get your what's that noise guesses in now. If winner is gonna win $50, by the way. All you gotta do is tell me what this noise is. It's not hard. Once you hear it, and once the person gets it, I will reveal what it is. Again, 385-240-4666 is the number. I believe we had some guests come through. Oh, by the way, the last voice note that I played last episode, I had no idea what this person was saying, but this person reached out to me and he cleared it up for me. But tell me what you think he says.
Hi, I'm calling for the WhatsApp house system, and so it's a system.
Okay, you hear that?
For the WhatsApp house system.
I think it's a fish tank. I'm sorry, my man, that is incorrect. It is not a fish tank. So we had Prophecy. He said he thinks it's water boiling. This person right here, Angel Severa, thinks it's a fish tank. It is not a fish tank. I had a text come in. Hey, Dre, it's Mariah from the Salty Sex Cast. Hi, Mariah. My guess for what's that noise is a fish tank bubbler. As you can tell, that is not a fish tank bubbler, but it does sound really, really similar to a fish tank bubbler. Tell me what this noise is, and you can win $50. 385-240-4666 is the number. Tell me what this noise is, and you can win $50. Very simple, very easy. Get them in now. Leave me a voice note, or you can text in like Mariah from the Salty Sex Cast did. Get your guesses in now, though. All right? I've been slacking. I haven't posted on Instagram. I'm trying to give you, the podcast listener, this is the portion of the podcast that is the people's podcast. I want you to be heard. So if you have a guess, again, 385-240-4666 is the number for what's that noise. And honestly, because it's the people's podcast, I want you to be heard. Maybe you hear something on the podcast that you want to chime in on. Maybe you're a big SoSo Def fan and you want to chime in on it. Maybe you're a big Kanye West fan and you want to defend him. Regardless, just call that number. Leave a voice note, and I'll play it right here on the podcast. If you don't want to hear your voice on the podcast, you can always shoot a text anytime, any day, anywhere. Maybe you have a drunken weekend. Let's say that. Let's say you're having a drunken weekend with your friends. You guys are out like, everybody in the club get tipsy. Dre talked about Douce. I got Douce at the club. Yeah, we popping bottles. You're in the car now. It's you and your friends. You got a DD, right? Because we're not dumb. We're not stupid. Right? You got somebody out there sober driving you. I want to hear your guys' conversation in the car. Chime into the podcast. Save this number in your phone as Unrestricted Isolation 20 Podcast, because I can play it on both, right? 385-240-4666 is the number. Let me know.
Hey, Dre, would you calm down for a moment and just let me talk? Just at this point, you're just rambling, all right? What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Will Wonder, and I have a podcast called The Will Wonder Pod. I know, super original name, but I promise you'll love it. We talk sports, we talk music, and generally have some really interesting interviews with people that are doing some really cool things. So make sure you check it out wherever you get your podcast. Once again, that is The Will Wonder Pod. All right, Dre, go on about your business, whatever the fuck you were talking about.
The name says it all.
Uh-oh, you know my name.
This is Are You Dumb?
A California man is suing the makers of Texas Pete hot sauce. You know why? Nah, it didn't make him sick. It wasn't too hot. It was because it wasn't made in Texas. The Texas Pete hot sauce was actually made in North Carolina, and the plaintiff, his name is Philip White, claims that he purchased the bottle about a year ago because he believed it was a Texas product. He was the uncle of Jebediah, and he thought, yo, I am in the Lone Star State. I want to get me some Lone Star hot sauce. It says Texas Pete on the bottle. It gotta be from Texas, deep down in the heart of Texas. But no, it wasn't. It was actually made in North Carolina, and that's what he's suing for. He's not suing because it made him sick. He's not suing because of anything other than the bottle was not made in Texas. Now, how dumb do you have to be, my guy? Just because something says it was says the state name in it doesn't mean it was made there. How about you look on the back of the bottle and see where it was manufactured? How about that? Are we that dumb? Let me see. Does Douce have a manufactured a product of France? Okay, imported Douce, Florida. Okay, so the Douce imported from Florida by way of France. Okay, I'm not gonna sue Douce and be like, yo, y'all. It says Douce. Douce sounds like Dakota. It's not made in South Dakota. I thought this was made from the mountaintops of South Dakota's flat, huh? It's not made from underneath the windmills of the windmill farms in South Dakota. No, do say it's not. I'm not gonna sue them. I'm smarter than that. Who cares? How does it taste, my G? Mr. Philip White of California. This is some California shit. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say, my California family, I love you. But this is some California shit. I'm gonna sue them because it says Texas on it, but it's not from Texas. Does it taste good, my G? How does it taste on the eggs? Huh? How does it taste? How does it taste on the potatoes? How does it taste on the chicken? Does it taste good? How about you just watch a Cowboys game, right? Watch the Houston Texans. Hell, watch the Houston Rockets. I don't care. Watch somebody from Houston, from Texas. Eat that food, right? And imagine you're there. How about that? How about that, my G? And by the way, he's not getting no money. Nope, he won't. He won't. I hope he don't. I really do. Somebody else that's in the news right now for some dumb ish is Draymond Green. I was gonna say the punch heard around the world, but there was no audio with the video. As a creative, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. I need audio with my video. Come on, my guy. Like, this is 2022. Security guard, my man. I guarantee you the guy that leaked the footage, his name was Daryl. I don't know why Daryl seems like the AV guy, right? In the AV room, Daryl is in charge of hitting record, going back and looking at footage if he needs to, right? They're saying Daryl got close to $100,000 for the footage from TMZ. That's crazy. But let me set this up. You know what I mean? There's still not a whole lot out on this right now, but I'm sure you've seen the video. I'm sure you've heard of it. In 2022, this is old news now. Jordan Poole just already got an award for the best free throw percentage of last year. What timing for that, by the way. But yeah, man, it was a cool, blistery Wednesday morning in the Bay Area, California again. And when I say blistery, it was like a cool 83 degrees outside. Not a cloud in the sky. Smelled like a tropical breeze, Fanta out there. And inside the Warriors practice facility, Draymond Green and Jordan Poole were chopping at each other. Came out wrong. They were John that came out wrong too. They were arguing, bickering, back and forth. Bet you won't do that on the court. Oh, yeah, you were talking that smack earlier. And again, I'm improvising. We don't have the audio. We don't know what was being said on the court. But Draymond, something touched his soul that day. And Draymond came up quick on him. And he got right in the face of Jordan Poole. And Jordan didn't like that. So what Jordan do? He pushed himself away. Because, Draymond's a bigger dude. So he pushed himself away from Draymond. Just enough, it was a good maybe a foot and a half of, distance between each other. And Draymond with that reach came over, popped him real quick, pop, and laid him out. But, the caring teammate that Draymond is, this dude, he just know he had the best free throw percentage last year. We gonna need some free throws. We need it. You know what I mean? So I can't just lay him out and just let him go unconscious. He can't get a concussion. We see what concussions are happening out here right now. So he lovingly, as Jordan Poole is falling down, he lovingly, gracefully grabbed the back of his head and laid him down. Right? Just laid him down. Going night-night right now. But, it sucks that this footage came out. This footage should have never been out. I feel, being somebody that has been in practices before, again, not many of them, because I quit football once I knew that it was not for me. I would have been Jordan Poole out there. I mean, one of my best friends, Simi Philly, he would have laid me. Well, not Simi, because Simi's a big softy. Recco's a good one. All my Conwood folks, Recco. That little temper that guy had. He would have laid me out. I would have been talking some shit. Yeah. Bet you won't do that on the field, though. Ding. I would have been singing Mother Goose fairy tale sing-alongs. You know what I mean? Baby Shark wasn't even out when I was in school, but I would have been like, Baby Shark. Definitely. Would have been singing sad songs, right? But this footage should have never came out. These practices, these type of altercations happen all the time. I guarantee it. It's even bad. I bet you it's even worse with the women. I bet you the women sports athletes, I bet you they be getting into it. I bet you they be pulling hair and stuff, breaking nails. I guarantee it. I can't. Where's the WNBA footage, huh? Where's that footage at? I want to see the WNBA practice facilities brawls that they have after 7 p.m. Right? I want to see that. I know Cheryl Swoops was out there knocking heads in. I know Lisa Leslie was out there doing triangle chokeholds with her long legs. I know it. Facts. We never seen the Steve Kerr footage. We all know that Jordan punched Steve Kerr after Steve Kerr punched Jordan. You know what I mean? Steve Kerr came up and was like, yo, Jordan, I hate you, man. Stop talking about me, man. My feelings is hurt, man. And hit Jordan right in the chest. What Jordan do? Bing, bing. And now Jordan's like, I feel bad, man. I should have never hit him. Yeah, all right, Jordan. Then Steve Kerr went over there and won that championship, right? He knocked down those threes when he needed to knock them down. And you see what happened after the punch. Poole out here going viral because here's what Poole did. He knew that he had to go viral, right? Poole hasn't said nothing. The only thing Draymond said was, yo, I shouldn't have done that. It was wrong on me. Yeah, I mean, I'm taking some time away from the team. That's all we ever heard. What Jordan Poole do? He stayed quiet. Mind you, if you ever go viral or if you're being talked about on the internet, just disappear for a little bit. Stay off the internet for a little bit. It will be old news. Like I said, this happened last week. This is old news. I'm talking about old news right now. Nobody care about Jordan Poole getting punched in the face no more. He stayed quiet. And when he got back on that court, he knew that, okay, the only way that I can get out of this is if I go viral for something dope. What he do? Oh, man, that boy came out and showed out. He was going behind the back, between the legs, off the backboard, slam dunking, grabbing his junk while he was hanging in the air. He did all that. Now we're talking about what punch? Jordan Poole about to play he about to play so good to where they're going to be like, yo, we need Poole more than we need Draymond. Draymond kind of old, man. We might have to get Draymond out of here. And y'all heard, I heard the Jazz is willing to Dylan. Maybe the Jazz will take him. Now, I think if Draymond went anywhere, I think Draymond would head over to Portland. I think Portland's missing some dogs. They were young, but hey, Draymond, come over there. Well, I don't think we got the money, but I think he'll be dope. I think we need more vets over there. Dame, I hate to say it, but Dame ain't gonna be over there much longer. I mean, even if he stays, I think he'll kind of age out. I mean, he ain't gonna be the explosive guy in the next few years, obviously, right? He's a vet in the game now. I mean, but yeah, man, I hope that whatever happens next with those guys, man, hopefully they work it out. Yeah, I mean, it seems like Steph Steph is embracing Jordan Poole when he was given the little award and whatnot. Somebody else that I want to get out of here is my man. I shouldn't even say my man, but Blueface, man, and Krishan Rock, I believe is how you pronounce her name. We've seen this couple go viral for the last 4 or 5 months, and it's sick. It's disturbing. Nothing but domestic violence. These two going in and out. She's punching him. He's pushing her. He's knocking her dad out. She lost her tooth. Then she's getting tattoos. It's a very sick relationship. It's almost like a fatal attraction type of thing. It's a car wreck that I can't turn away from. And what happens? You guessed it. Blueface and Krishan Rock announced a new reality show called Crazy in Love. Oh my gosh, are we really that bad, guys? Are we really that bad? Well, I mean, I guess so. I mean, we had what? We had my 1,300 pound life. We've had the addiction shows, right? We've had I mean, these shows that show people in their worst times, and the network's getting paid off of it, off of their demise. And I mean, we as a consumer are eating it up. Now, a lot of these reality shows are all scripted, right? I get it, but when you see these two, that ain't scripted. These two are fighting, scratching, fighting in the club, fighting at the restaurants, fighting on the streets. And she needs some help, man. She needs some real love. And the thing, and this is just my opinion, the thing about this dude Blueface is I feel like he kind of just he knows that she's like a good puppy. Yeah, I mean, you have a good dog that's gonna be loyal, even if you're bad to it. Even if you beat that dog's gonna be loyal to you because they don't know no better. You know what I mean? Until they're not. And then once they're not, hopefully they grow. And that's where she's at right now. Like, she seems like a young chick that feels like she needs to depend on this dude to be around him to live. I mean, this dude knocked out your pops. I don't know how close you and your pops are, but man, it's sad. I don't think obviously I don't think this reality show is a good thing for Blueface. I feel like Blueface needs to go in there and make a hit. Yo, give us another Tatiana. Give us another bust down Tatiana. Give us that. We don't need a reality show with you. We don't want to see that. Although it was funny when that little viral video, it was a little viral photo of a Blueface wearing a straight emo hair. When that was going around, I was like, oh man, I mess with Blueface, but he's trash, man. It's a trash situation. I feel bad for the chick, and I just hope that it gets better for those people. Man, shout out to The Rock, man. Shout out to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Y'all know I'm a Rock fan, stan, whatever you want to call it. This dude runs for presidency in 2024. He got my vote. I don't care. He got my vote. That's my guy. You know what I mean? So The Rock, he had there was a viral moment that happened, I think it was like yesterday, where a baby, yes, you heard it, a baby was crowd surfing to get to the stage to see The Rock. Now you might be like, Dre, what are you talking about, baby? Like a 7-year-old, 8-year-old? Nah, this baby was like 8 months old. It's a baby, like baby. So I had the little umbilical cord on it. It hadn't fallen off yet. Now when The Rock was asked about what happened, he was like, oh, I thought it was a doll. Yeah, I thought it was a doll that they were handing up to me, until it wasn't. And then The Rock was like, yo, it was a beautiful moment. Yeah, I mean, this was for his press tour for Black Adam. It was in Mexico City. I didn't know the Mexicans rock with The Rock like that. You know what I mean? I always tell my Samoan friends that The Rock's black, and they always like, no, he's Samoan. He is Samoan, Oos. I'm like, calm down, my G. He's black. But to see this baby literally crowd surf, they were handing this baby one by one. Not, I mean, COVID's still out here. Malaria is out here. I don't even know what malaria is, but they always bring it up. You know, malaria results and malaria. This baby could have got sick. This baby could be sick right now. God forbid this baby's sick. Hopefully it's not. I ain't gonna lie, Rock. Black Adam, it looks amazing. It looks so good. I can't wait to watch it. YouTube gang, if you don't watch this part, you are missing out. All right, it's a reason to subscribe.
And now the movie review segment you didn't ask for. It's down in front.
I'm late to the party, but better late than never. Shy season 5, yeah, it dropped over the summer, and I totally missed it. I don't know if it was what it was. Maybe it was Stranger Things that I was watching. I have no idea why I missed the Shy, but yeah, I missed it. But season 5 is out. If you want to watch it, you can watch it on Showtime or Hulu or YouTube TV. I'm currently watching it on Showtime with subscription. Now, if you're not familiar with the Shy, it's Shy is one of those series where it's in Chicago, south side of Chicago. It depicts what that side of the United States goes through, right? The black experience in Chicago. And man, they had me hooked since episode 1. I highly suggest it. If you're into like Power, if you're into like what's that movie in Baltimore? What was that? It was the one that really set it off for all of it. Idris Elba came from there. The Wire. If you're into The Wire, boom. Definitely check out The Shy. Great cast, man. These actors, they do a really good job. These kids that grow up, you get to see these kids grow up over the last 5 years, and see where their characters develop and really see that adolescence to teenager to young adult moments in their life. And it's so relatable in so many aspects. You know, I mean, they deal with drugs within our community. You know, I mean, well, within their community, which is really relatable to our community. They deal with sex, drugs, addiction, not just like drug addiction, but other addictions, adultery, kidnapping. Man, there's a huge. I think it was a second season. One of the characters, she gets kidnapped, and the whole season is about, not about that, but a majority of it is about that. Just a really good series. And honestly, like, if you are a person of color, even if you're not, you can really appreciate where they're trying to clean up their community in the political area as well, and try to make change that way. And the writing on it is really good. This is the one series, well, there's a couple series that has really good seasons every single season. And so far for The Shy, every single season, maybe I'm biased just because I like it that much, but every single season for me has been great. I really enjoy it. Check out The Shy, again, on Showtime, Hulu, or you can even find it streaming on YouTube TV. We watched Top Gun Maverick, finally. I'm late to the party, I get it. Man, what a movie. I've never seen Top Gun 1. I just want to preface that, just want to throw that out there. I'm not like a big Tom Cruise guy, but seeing the little clips and the little TikTok videos of my man hanging on the side of a plane, of doing all these Mission Impossible stunts himself, I didn't realize he was the white Jackie Chan. Now, being the white Jackie Chan, that's a high thing, right? Because Jackie Chan, even though he disowned one of his kids, he won't claim one of his kids. This dude cannot do no wrong to me. I love Jackie Chan. That's my guy. Martial artists, it's like Jackie Chan and then Jean-Claude Van Damme and then maybe Steven Seagal. Jet Li, Wesley Snipes. Like, these are these 80s and 90s action stars that I loved, right? Tom Cruise, not on there, but he is the white Jackie Chan, right? Doing his own stunts. His acting's good, his timing's good. And on this movie, Top Gun Maverick, even though I haven't seen the first one, I was able to follow along. Man, the scenes on this thing was great. The storyline was weird because I wanted more substance. Like, we didn't hear nothing from no enemy, and we didn't hear nothing from the other side. We was like, yo, we got a target, we gotta go explode it, we gotta go do this. But there was never like a rebuttal. There was never like a bad guy like, yo, we gotta get those Americans, we gotta take them Americans out. So that was a little weird when you're so used to a dialogue between bad and good, right? But it didn't matter. They knocked it out the park. There were so many heart-wrenching moments in this movie that made you feel, and I'm with it. Like, if you can make me feel, that's a dope movie for me. But yeah, Top Gun Maverick, I highly suggest it. It sounds like the way that this movie ended, and I won't spoil nothing because I know that it's been out, but now that it's on streaming, a lot more people are going to start watching it. I think they set it up for Miles Teller to kind of take on this whole series, and maybe that was a spoiler right there. My bad. But I look forward to seeing another one. Just Top Gun, it was just never that type of movie to catch my interest back in the day, but now I'm all for it. And now I'm gonna go back and watch the first one now that I watched Maverick. So I seen this recently came across my Isolation 20 podcast desk. XYZ Films is releasing the Grinch horror movie, The Mean One. That's the title, The Mean One. This December it's gonna be coming out. So this is a parody film, horror film off of the 2003 Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas with what's his name, Jim Carrey. So they're doing a parody of it, and it's a horror movie. It's a slasher. And if you think about the Grinch character, it is very scary. It is very horror-esque, right? So I mean, it makes sense, but damn, do we need that? They just remember we talked about it, the Winnie the Pooh Gone Dark, where he's like a serial killer. What are they doing, yo? Like, what's the next one? Yo, if Sailor Moon becomes a prostitute, that's gonna be crazy. Yo, I can't wait to see what the Grinch like how he kills people. Like, he's gonna kill people like the Jack Frost way. Remember back in 2000, or maybe it was like 97, 98, there was that horror movie Jack Frost, where the snowman, the traditional Jack Frost character comes to life, right? And he's a snowman, and then he makes a girl suck his carrot, except the carrot's not the nose, it's a different carrot, and he uses that carrot to kill her. It's pretty dark. It's pretty crazy. What would Dr. Seuss say? Yo, did they run this cross? Dr. Seuss was like, I mean, my G, Doctor, yo, Mr. Seuss, I know you're dead, but like the estate, are you guys cool with us like using the Grinch and like, you know what I mean? Cindy Lou Who gets her throat slashed. You guys cool with that? Is it okay if we like sever a couple of Who's down in Whoville? Is it okay if we just chop them up a little bit? Disgusting. I know it's horrible. I will definitely be tuning in for it. I'll definitely be streaming it somewhere. And then the Super Mario Bros. Oh my goodness. The new Super Mario Bros. Trailer was released. Matter of fact, let me see if I can play it real quick. I think it's playable. I think it's worth playing. Hopefully it doesn't get flagged, but I haven't seen the trailer. I was saving the trailer for this moment. All right. Let's jump into it. Oh, it looks like an ice castle and like lava. Oh man, there's lava everywhere. Oh, it's Bowser. He's going up to the ice castle. Obviously, Princess Peach is there. Yo, the Bowser Island look crazy. Yo, my man just took over all the land.
Behold, the king of the Koopas.
Oh. There he is, this big old Bowser. Big Dick Bowser. Look at the big old weenie. Yo, he looks dope.
Open the gates.
Sheesh. What is the Angry Birds? What made the Angry Birds make an appearance? They're doing snowball fights? I ain't doing nothing to Bowser.
That is but a taste of our fury.
Oof.
Do you yield? I do not.
Oh. The Koopas just took over. Oh my God. Look at Bowser. Bowser out here killing folks.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
Oh. Look at Mario. It's like Mario 64. Yo, Mario look dope. Yo, this whole world, they're showing the whole world, mushrooms and stuff.
What is this place?
Oh, this toad!
I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine. Mario!
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Ah, Super Mario. Oh, there's Luigi. Ooh, March 30th in cinemas. The Super Mario Brothers movie. All right, so hey, they confirmed Koopa. We got the Koopa Troopas. We got Bowser. We see Mario. We seen Toad. We seen Luigi. I just want to look at the cast real quick. All right, so the voice of Mario is Chris Pratt. Princess Peach, we didn't see her in the trailer, but Anya Taylor-Joy will be playing her. Luigi, the voice of Luigi is Charlie Day. Jack Black is the voice of Bowser. He sounded really dope. It sounded like they played with his voice a little bit. So when I'm looking at these names, obviously Jack Black has a distinct voice, right? But it sounds like they did some things to his voice to make him sound more Bowser-ish. But Chris Pratt doesn't sound like they did anything to his voice. Toad is played by Keegan Michael Key from Key and Peele sketch show, which his voice sounded a little high pitched too. Seth Rogen is playing Donkey Kong. We didn't see him in the trailer. Cranky Kong, which is I think Donkey Kong's grandpa. I think it's the old man. Fred Armisen, I believe is how you pronounce it. But yeah, March of 2023. It looks like that's when we're getting the movie. Nintendo, if you don't drop something with this, I will be so upset. Can we please get a new system or maybe a new game? I don't know. I really haven't had a Nintendo since the GameCube. I've been waiting. I know my man Glocko, he suggested to get the Nintendo Switch. I like that it's on the go, but I don't know. I hope that there's more of a bigger drop with this movie. I'm excited for it. I know people are running Chris Pratt through the internets, and you know the internets are so undefeated. I'm excited for it. Don't have too many high hopes for acting and actors unless it's like a biopic, right? The biopic needs to be done very nice, but we're talking about fictional characters, right? The Little Mermaid being black. Why are y'all making a big deal about it? She doesn't really exist. Now it'd be different if Rosa Parks was white, right? If let's say who's that one white woman? Michelle Pfeiffer, right? If Michelle Pfeiffer ends up playing Rosa Parks, I think we could kind of, have a little issue, right? Or if what's her name? Sherry Shepherd. If Sherry Shepherd ends up playing Selena in like a Hulu documentary, probably have a problem, right? Then we can have a problem. These are real people, right? But when they're fictional characters, like there's not a real Mario or Luigi Mario out there. Maybe there are, but it's a fictional character. Like, don't get your panties in a bunch.
Hey, yo, you're probably listening to the Unrestricted Podcast with Dre Rocca. We are? No, they are. Yeah, oh, right.
Oh, wow.
And I'm the real Ruby. You can catch me and Fonzie and the Funk, G Daddy Funk on Lake Talk 801 podcast.
Yeah, but I think you have to come in more smoother, more funnier. Like, yeah, they could catch us on the Lake Talk 801 podcast.
Yeah, y'all can catch us on the Lake Talk 801.
Yeah, and be like, and yeah, man, hey. And they could catch people like me, the real Ruby, and people like you, Fonzie, and people like him, G Daddy Funk, on the Lake Talk 801. Who cares?
What did he say?
Huh?
I didn't hear him.
I don't know, but this probably should be the ad.
Are these on?
Catch a new episode every Monday on all streaming platforms. The Lake Talk 801. Tune in now.
All right, that's it. That's all your bitch ass gets.
All right, that's all you get. I am calling it a day. Episode 52, Isolation 20 podcast. I'm Dre Rocca. Shout out to the Duce. Shout out to Pepsi Zero one time. I'm gonna be like Fat Joe. When Fat Joe was on the Breakfast Club, he was like, "Yo, shout out to Pepsi for the endorsement." I would love to be endorsed by Pepsi. My cousin Billy is gonna hate me for that because he's a Coke guy. Unless Coke wants to endorse me, I love Coke Zero too. I'm just saying. But no, I appreciate your love and support, continuously watching or even listening to this podcast. I put in a lot of effort from the edits to preparing for this, and when I get comments like my man Beefy, when he says, and my man Ho says that they love the Isolation 20s, it makes it worth it, right? Just hearing that somebody's listening there and enjoying this content, it's fulfilling, because it's hard. It's not easy to podcast by yourself. And if you haven't podcast by yourself and keep it entertaining, I would challenge you to do it. If you are a podcaster out there, I would challenge you to do it. Now you might be like, Dre, it's uncomfortable to talk to a camera by yourself. Trust me, it's hard for me. It's weird for me. But that's why I put so much pride into this project called Isolation 20, because when I was in isolation, when the pandemic first happened and we weren't allowed to be around anybody, and I was just in my room by myself with nothing but my recorder and a camera, this is what I did. If you go back and you watch some of the early ones, you could see the growth. You could see what happened. And I'm proud of myself for sticking with the Isolation brand, to sticking with this podcast and staying true to this podcast. As I'm listening to the intro, this was a scary time, right? This was when we had the pandemic hit. We were all scared. We didn't know what was going on. We thought that if you just stepped outside, you were going to die, right? This was at a time when the earthquake hit. This is a time when people were going through the stores crazy. You know what I mean? And now that we're not in that place, maybe I switch up the intro. The intro was very much during that time. But maybe I changed the intro. Maybe I changed it to something a little bit more upbeat. I don't know. Because now, nuclear warfare is in talks right now. I mean, Ukraine, Russia. From what I've seen on the news and whatnot, Putin is getting his back blown in right now, and my man's feeling cornered. And they're saying that this dude's a loose cannon and that he could have nuclear warfare pretty soon. And I seen that the United States bought up a whole bunch of nuclear warfare or nuclear fallout medication. I don't know if this is all propaganda. I don't know if this is a tactic to make people scared. All I know is that there's not much that I can do if a nuclear war happens. All I can do is try to, get my family food, water, shelter. That's all I can try to do. You know what I mean? And hopefully people aren't crazy selfish, and hopefully people, if things get really bad, hopefully we don't see people lose their minds and lose who they are as people. I hope people don't lose morale. I hope people don't succumb to what evil is, because at the end of the day, even if you go out, right? Even if you go out trying to do something right, at least you tried to do something right. You know what I mean? But if you go out and you go out as somebody that tried to take, and you tried to do all the things that you probably shouldn't do during that time, which is take from other people, man, yeah, you might survive a few years, but you got to live with that. And I don't know. I haven't been put in that life or death situation. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a weird time, man. But either way, I just wanted to say thank you for tuning in. Again, my name is Dre Rocka. You can follow me on my socials at Dre Rocka, DRERAWKA. And if you already follow me, thank you so much. I promise you I'm going to get What's That Noise up on the Instagram page. So keep on getting those guesses in. Again, the lines are open. You could call the podcast anytime, any day, anywhere. You can also shoot a text. 385-240-4666 is the number. Save it in your phone. Just save it in there. That's podcast, Dre Podcast. And then you can, if you have something on your mind, something happens, right? There's breaking news. Jordan Poole gets punched in the face again. You can be like, oh, snap, I'm gonna let my voice be heard on the People's Podcast. Yo, Dre, hey, did you see Jordan Poole get slapped again? This time from Klay Thompson? Yeah, it was on the boat, son. You didn't see that? Go check it out, right? You can leave that type of voice note anytime, any day, anywhere. Drop it, all right? I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you have the day you deserve. Always protect your light. I'll catch you on the next one. We out. Peace.